Times karaoke on it. I'll be straight.
You take requests.
Well, you lot come dressed.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Castlecroft. Warm welcome this afternoon to our visitors Heanor Town for this Midland Football League Premier Division fixture. Woo. Welcome also this afternoon to our match sponsor for today, A1 Hydraulics. Thank you very much indeed for your support this season. This afternoon's team news, firstly for Heanor, number 1, Joe McCormack.
Hey.
Number 2, Greg Marriott.
Hey.
3 is Brown. 5, and the captain, Nick Hall. Number 6, Sean Ralston. 7, Dominic Wilkinson. Number 8, Joe Naylor.
Same crap, different week. Oh, this one notepad. Go on, Heanor Blue Socks!
Come on, Heanor!
Go on, Blue Socks.
We've franchised it. We're going for American football next season. Well done for telling me to start my stopwatch. I really appreciate the help there, boys.
No problem, mate. Anytime.
We're at AFC Wulfrunians, where the Lions have just lost 2-0. With me, I've got manager Glenn Clarence and both assistants Steve Hamilton and Steve Huntington. Glenn, I know we just mentioned it last week. We spoke about heart and desire when Steve fell out with me, and he said that we've got it, that we're showing it, and that's what Heanor Town's about. Now today, played a team that's third bottom in the league, lost 2-0, and I don't think we really troubled them. I don't think the heart and desire was there, if I'm honest. Now as manager, that was said last week that we've got heart and desire. Did you see that today?
If it was just about heart and desire, Tony, I'm sure you've got heart and desire for this football, haven't you? What you like at penalties? Free kicks, any good?
We didn't
Not
win
just
any
heart
of
and
them
desire.
today.
Not just heart and desire. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to pull any punches. I thought we were terrible today. I thought the attitude was wrong. I thought, do you agree? I thought we had no cutting edge. I didn't think we looked like scoring. Thankfully, I thought for large parts of the game they didn't look like scoring because we defended half decent in patches. But yeah, I've got no excuses today, Tony. I thought the quality was terrible, and I thought, especially in the first half, the work rate, the desire to win second balls, to get there first, to go and have a run at someone, wasn't there, and that was worrying. But I'm not going to be all doom and gloom. You've got to look at it. We've had, and still have, big players missing. Now we've backed young players, and we've backed old players, and we've backed the players we've got, and for that, for 9 games we've been unbeaten.
Yeah.
So we're getting sick and whatever else. We deserve it today. I think the young lads have done well. I think the squad's done well for the last 9 games. We probably should have won more games than we drew, but we've been unbeaten for 9 games with a depleted squad. So today was the first time I'm downbeat with that. But that's a learning curve. Some of them are 17, 18 year olds. They're not going to go and do it week in, week out. Unfortunately today, that's what happened. 17-year-olds, 37-year-olds, we weren't at the races. Didn't work hard enough, didn't create enough chances. Lost the game deservedly.
Okay, Steve just mentioned there that obviously we've got a lot of young players in the side. It keeps changing the squad because of obvious unavailabilities through injury and a few other things. Now, their penalty, I'm going to say it because there's no FA people going to find me for it. I don't think it was a penalty, and I don't think it ever should have been a penalty. The lino certainly didn't give it. The ref is given what he has. Now, we've gone 1 behind. It's a decent penalty in the end. He's put it away with a bit of power, and that's turned the game from what was 0-0 all over it. Now, the reaction that we had from going 1-0 down, I don't think we got into their half for 10 minutes after that. Now, what are we wanting to see from players?
Goalless here at half time. The latest scores in the Barclays Premier League: Arsenal 2, Swansea City. Come on,
I'm not sure what the question is, Tony, to be honest. Listen, I don't know whether it was a penalty or not, and I've got no idea. I couldn't see it. It was over the other side of the pitch, but to be perfectly honest, whether it was a penalty or it wasn't a penalty, I'm not even going to get involved in that debate this afternoon. That was a really, really poor performance. All of the time, everywhere, across the pitch. You said that you thought it had 0-0 written all over it. I don't know. I think that's the worst performance I've seen in my time at Heanor Town. And whether there's reasons for that, or youngsters, or whatever else, I don't know. Whether the referees influenced the game or not, I don't know. What I do know is that, I remember getting 4 down at Maltby. I remember being 5-1 at home to Garforth. That today was not acceptable, and I don't know what the reasons are for it. Which is that's not a good situation for the management team to be in. Yeah, we've got a lot of youngsters. Joe Naylor's been carried off again after 20 minutes, etc, etc, etc. But hey, we've got to go again. We've said in there we're 9 unbeaten. We've lost today. It's going to happen at some point. We've got to start again on Wednesday night, and we've got to try and go, 2 unbeaten, 4 unbeaten, 5 unbeaten, whatever it might be. But we've got to pick ourselves up, and we've got to go. They are young lads. They will make mistakes. We deserve to get beaten. We got beat. Simple as that. I don't know what else to say, Tony. I'm very downbeat tonight, actually. Is he winding me up like that?
On that note, just in the background, obviously we've got Wulfrunians Burgerman, trying to be Midland Football League famous. So Hamo, we go into the next 7 days of football. Obviously we've got Walsall Wood at home on Wednesday night and Blydydd on Saturday in the Vars. Now, should that be 3 points in the next round looking at it?
Well, there's no such thing as should have 3 points, Tony. So it's great to be able to bounce back really on Wednesday, because we as a club, after that performance today, need to show that there's more about us than we've shown today, unfortunately. I thought it was a poor game from start to finish, both sides. Whether it was or wasn't a penalty is almost irrelevant. We didn't do enough to win today, and we got exactly what we deserved. Never thought I'd say that about this side, because for me there's lots of ability in there. I don't think it was lack of effort or passion or heart and desire today. It was just a dull game of football, and that's how it continued. We didn't pass the ball very well. People didn't take responsibility, and that can't be all laid at the lad on the hands of the young lads in there, because it's not their fault today. It's a group performance, and I think you'd have struggled really, probably other than Rollo, Nicole, to pick a man of the match out there today. It was just a disappointing game of football, wasn't it? But in answer to your question, yeah, we need to bounce back. We need to get 3 points on Wednesday, and then we've got a game in the Vars to look forward to. So it's in their hands. We've had an open and frank conversation in there, and we hope something positive comes out of it.
Good to hear. Okay, Glenn, obviously we've said we hope it's 3 points, we hope it's next round. I know you being as non-controversial as you try to be, you'll say that there's nothing given right now. Now, Walsall Wood, we went to their place last year, probably with a similar sort of squad, where we were struggling a little bit, and I think they gave us a bit of a lesson that night. Now is it a chance for us to try and put a few wrongs right on Wednesday night?
Take out the equation the opposition, Tony. We've got to do it for ourselves, and it's not like me to say it. Well, I think deservedly, without being controversial. I thought the referee was really good today. I thought he was. You're telling me it was wasn't a penalty. He gave it.
It's a strong
for me.
decision.
Fair dues. I'll have a look at the video, whatever else. But we were too far away to judge that one. But if the referees influenced the game by giving a penalty, so what? Our 11 players didn't influence the game at all in a positive way. For the first time in 3.5 years, we didn't like scoring a goal, and that was a problem today. So on to Wednesday night. Hopefully a couple of players back. Certainly missing a couple of players again. Maybe we need to sign a couple of players. But first and foremost, I think we've been defending decent and better than last season in patches. But our sides have never had trouble scoring goals, and this was the first time that we've had trouble scoring a goal in probably 3 years. That's what we've got to work on.
Brilliant. Okay, on to Wednesday. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you for your attendance here this afternoon. A reminder that Wulfrunians are back in action here at Castlecroft on Tuesday, the 25th of October, when the visitors will be Wellington Amateurs in the second round of the JW Hunt.